Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we are going to be deconstructing the song Legends by Juice WRLD. In my first video in the series, I did The Unforgiven by Metallica. So we're doing a different genre this time, but let's hop straight into it. So I'm going to be reading the lyrics and kind of giving you my interpretation of what the song is, as well as some stuff that I've heard from other sources. So I've heard from sources that the song was dedicated to Lil Peep and X after they passed away when they were very young. And essentially, the song is dedicated to them and a lot of other young rappers and famous people in general who have passed away at a very young age. So to get into it, starting off the lyrics. I usually don't speak on shit like this, but ain't nobody else saying shit. So right off the bat, he's already saying that, I usually don't talk about stuff like this, but nobody else is talking about it, so I gotta talk about it. Something where rappers die young, it's not really talked about much. It's talked about by some people in terms of, us, people, right? But, in terms of the higher-ups, of people in the industry, they don't talk about, Now, there'll be other artists who talk about it, in interviews and stuff, but in their music, I haven't heard much. If you have, let me know. So, I usually have an answer to the question, but this time I'm gonna be quiet. Ain't nothing like the feeling of uncertainty, the eeriness of silence. This time, it was so unexpected. It was talking about the people that have died young. Last time, it was the drugs he was lacing. All legends fall in the making. Sorry truth, dying young, demon youth. So he just keeps referring to all these people who are dying so young. What's the 27 club? We ain't making it past 21. Now this is something that I have never heard an artist bring up in their music. Something called the 27 club, which is, something that's talked about upon a lot of people with in relation to conspiracy theories and stuff that's going on the higher ups in the industry and the things that are going on beyond the scenes. And so the 27 club is a lot of famous people have died, especially in the rapper and hip-hop industry. People have died at 27, right? Mysteriously, there's reasons behind the deaths, but a lot of people die at 27 and before then. He says, we ain't making it past 21. And when he says we, he's talking about himself too. And I'm pretty sure Juice died when he was 21. So this then leads you to ask the question, did he know that he was going to die? And from what it seems like he did. He did know something was going on. He did know that he was either going to be killed or locked up or whatever, right? But, and in terms of conspiracy theories and, the 27 Club and all this, of course when rappers and artists in general, when they die or go to prison, whatever it is, people usually start listening to the music more, right? And if people haven't listened to the music already, they hear about the death and then they go and listen to the music, right? But the question is, why take them away when they're so young? Because if money is your concern, if money is the industry and the record label's concern, wouldn't you want them to put out more music and keep growing and growing and growing and then eventually kill them off, right? Because then you make more money, right? But so that asks the question. And then, of course, a lot of, rappers die, overdose, they got shot, whatever it is, right? And that may very well be true. But I think there are also cases where they kind of maybe might make up a story to say as to how they died. Or it might be planned. I don't know. Those are just things that might be out there, right? And so, moving on, he goes, I've been going through paranoia, so I always gotta keep a gun. Damn, that's the world we live in now. Yeah, hold on, just hear me out. They tell me I'ma be a legend. I don't want that title now, 'cause all the legends seem to die out. what the fuck is this about? So he's asking the question, why does everyone who's famous and everyone who's a legend have to die when they're so young? Why do they have to die? And he's like, on his rise to fame, when I guess he's in connection with higher powers, he's starting, and maybe he knows certain something is going to happen at a certain time. He asks the question, why? Well, why is this going to happen to me? Why is this happening to everyone? And he's like, I don't know if I want this anymore, because I don't want that to happen to me. I'm trying to make it out. I'm trying to change the world. I'm trying to take her out. I'm trying to take your girl. More importantly, I'm trying to change the world. Maybe flex with some diamonds and pearls. So he's encapsulated by the luxurious lifestyle and all that nice stuff, right? But most importantly, he's trying to change the world. And so it's like, I'm starting to become a legend. I don't want this title now because I don't want something to happen to me, but at the same time, I'm trying to change the world. So I think I'm going to keep doing it. That's what I'm assuming his mindset was behind all of this. And, as a fan of somebody's music and who listens to the music all the time, it's like you don't always you hear them in interviews and stuff like that, but you don't get to see the insides always of like the rapper, the artist's life and stuff. And Juice has been pretty vocal about issues he's had and portraying and symbolizing stuff in his music, but you still don't see everything, right? He's dealing with all this stuff, and like everyone's enjoying the music, right? But they're enjoying the music and they're not really seeing, okay, this guy's really suffering. And we're all enjoying the music, but we don't always see the person as they are and what they're really going through and trying to help them through that. Because when you hear stuff like 27 Club, blah blah blah, I might die when I'm 20, we're not making it past 21, that makes you as like a listener to be like, oh, maybe he knows something that we don't, and he's trying to tell us something. And we enjoy the music, but there's not much that we do to kind of help them. It's like, one thing I talked about with my buddy Rudy Rhymes on the first podcast I recorded, go check that out. We talked about how most of your favorite rappers are screaming for help, symbolizing through their music and the lyrics, but we're just enjoying the music. We don't really deconstruct it to the point where we're like, okay, what can we do? And I don't 100% know what we can do when rappers and artists are talking about this stuff that they're going through and that this might happen to me. I don't know how much we can do, but I think it's good to spread awareness about that. Just to show everyone, how messed up that industry can be. And, we don't have all the answers to everything. Why are they dying so young? Why are they suffering this much? And they may be personal reasons. There also may be other reasons as well. I know Abel, The Weeknd. I've analyzed some of his music, and it seems like, he's kind of suffering in the sense of, he's a part of the record label, and he's always, making music and stuff. And of course he enjoys it, but in his music, it seems like he's symbolizing that he's kind of a slave to the program. I have to make this music, I have to go out and perform at this time, this date, I have to do whatever they say, and I can't leave, or else, who knows. But, moving on. My mind is foggy, I'm so confused, we keep on losing our legends to the cruel cold world, what is it coming to? The end of the world, is it coming soon? And so, the end of the world, is it coming soon? That then makes you think, was he again talking about his world? Is the end of my world, is it coming soon? Is something going to happen to me? And on the day of, I guess he was supposed to be arrested for whatever it was, when he died, he got really high and everything, and, after watching that documentary and kind of looking at different sources, it seems like he he did that because, and he got that high to the point where he might have died because he knew something really bad was going to happen to him. He knew that the police were going to take him in for whatever it was, and I guess depending on what he knew, maybe he knew that he wasn't ever going to come out. And so he, in a sense, took his own life. And then the rest is the chorus repeated. And, I think overall I think it's really good to just talk about topics like this. And I'm so glad he made a song about this, because nobody else has. And this is such a potent thing, People in the music industry are dying all the time. And again, it might be because of personal stuff, and it might not be. And there might be higher powers dictating certain things. And, there's nothing for sure, but it's good to look and explore those different avenues to see, okay, this might be true, this might not be true. And kind of course, ultimately come up with your own reason as to what you think happened, why you think it happened. But ultimately, I'll probably be making another video, another video on some of his songs. But check out the song Legends by Juice WRLD, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.